into this sustainability thing. Not sure you believe it or not. to poorer people, sustainability basically means saving money, right? So when we are small, we are taught to turn off the lights when you're not using it, turn off the air cons when you're not using it. So all this is part of the sustainability journey now. And so happened that people nowadays, they forget about all these things. And now we are actually teaching people to do that. So in my early days, actually, we always balik kampung. When I go to my grandparents' house, I always find it very amazing. Because my mother actually told me my grandpa is a contractor. So when he go to site, he will actually salvage certain recyclable items and then he install it to build his own house. So when I go there, we see that reusable doors are actually used as ceiling panels on top of the house. We have daylighting, we have rainwater harvesting. All this is considered as sustainable practices. Somehow, in a lot of green buildings, we don't even have this right now. So we are trying to tell people how to do all these things in the modern way. So when you want to go for green product, actually the first intention is to understand what you really want to achieve. Now, one thing special about this is because you can see there's a lot of daylight coming in. Right? Most of the office or maybe shop office, you will see the big window is on the front facade, which is very hot, and usually you put blinds to cover it. But in this area, it's different. You can see that we have voids in the middle. So you can plant your trees, daylight is coming in. It's actually very comfortable. So that bungalow project actually belongs to one of my friends. He bought a land and then he say, Vincent, can you help me to design a house? So actually I did. And there are a few criteria that he actually gave me. I want to turn on aircon all the time. I don't want to have fans. And I want to maximize space. So that land is actually quite small for a bungalow. What we do is we try to maximize as much as possible to give him the space that he required. But at the same time, because he wants to turn on aircon all the time, so what we need to do is actually to reduce the heat intake for the building. And we actually design a lot of daylight for that house also, with similar concept of this office. Basically, it's a square house, and we actually cut the house into half with the daylight strip all the way around. So when you go into the house, even though it's square, you can actually have a very even daylight throughout. Of course, we actually use a better glazing. We actually use a double glazing low E to reduce the heat intake. At the same time, we get some good daylight in. And the building is also painted in white color with light color roofing, light color hardscape, so that all these things can actually help to reflect heat away to make the house cooler. When we want to save energy, the first thing we do is actually to improve the passive design. Less heat intake into the building means less aircon you require to cool the building. So a lot of people, when they talk about green, they will think of solar panel first, because there's something that you can see. But solar panel actually help to replace your energy from TNB to solar. It doesn't mean that you save energy, it's just another form of energy. Try to look back at the fundamental, don't need to make it too complicated. So green building is just about living in a more balanced kind of environment. So when everything is balanced, then you will get a good green building. I'm Lim Vincent, this is Architect in Focus.